broke into 4 riverheads or 4 streams. The river started as a one river, and then it became 4 streams. Somebody say 1 river. Somebody say 4 streams. One more time. 1 river, 4 streams. Many of us start from a 1 river personal economy. Many of us, even as I speak right now, many of you here are in a 1 river economy, apart from those who are in 0. But it is not the end for you to be in a 1 river economy. It is possible to start from a 1 river economy and create multiple streams. I want to say it over and over till you internalize it, that you can start from 1 river and that river can break into 4 streams. Somebody say 1 river. Say 4 streams. 1 river, 4 streams. And what scripture is that? Genesis chapter 2 verse 10. 1 river, and it broke into 4 streams. Now, the creation of a new stream or multiple streams starts with a change of mindset. The way we were educated and socialized, we tend to see 1 stream. What do you want to become in future? Then they say a doctor. That is how we are socialized, to think 1 stream. And we struggle sometimes to accept the fact that the multiple streams can be legal, can be viable, and can be doable. Legal, viable, feasible, doable, actionable, profitable. In Romans 12 verse 2, Bible says, do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means that there is a certain way in which the world, many people think, but you can be transformed and think differently. I can assure you that the average Ghanaian is a 1 stream, one river person. And I keep adding, apart from those who are 0 river, because there are people who are 0 river. As for them, they need more than prayer and a seminar. They need deliverance. So you can be transformed by a new way of thinking. A new way of thinking. It means repositioning your mind from how people normally think. Sometimes help can be right at your doorstep, but you can't even see it. Since morning, my phone has been inundated with people all over the world saying, can we watch this? Can we participate? This is very critical, from different countries. Every minute. You put it online. How many people are coming for help? It's a fact. And yet this can change your life forever. Let me put a picture. Let's talk about changing mindsets. Let me put a picture on the screen. Tell me, how many solutions can you see from this picture? There should be at least 20. How many solutions can you see? Yes? Talk to me. You can see solutions, but you can't see purchasing power. Please write it down because I want to address it very shortly. How many solutions can you see? Anybody, can you see any solution? Yes? You can see what? Recycling. Okay. For those who are listening to an audio, it's a picture of somebody with foot rot with 2 different bottles converted into slippers with some rope tying it and some wire. The person is in some desert with some dry feet. The person looks very poor and broke. And Jeremiah says he can see solutions, but he cannot see the purchasing power. Please stay on that concept because I'm going to come there very shortly. And remind me if I don't. Who else? You know, if I said how many problems can you see, it would have taken you less than 30 seconds. You know what? Somebody said to me, listen to the average radio show. 55 minutes talking about the problem and the conclusion about the possible solution. We are wired to see problems. If I allowed you right now, you mention government about 7 times. I don't want to hear government. I have no control over government. I want to talk about myself, my life. So tell me, renew your mind in the next 15 seconds. How many solutions can you see? How many business ideas can you see? Yes, number one. Number one, a spa. Number two, you said recycling. Who else? Yes?
I see shoe
business. Yes, everybody. One. I want one from everybody. Yes. Medical attention. Anybody else? Socks. Yes. Cosmetics. Yes. Flip-flop, sandals. Yes, powerful. Anyone who can see a solution, we need to do a water baptism today. Yes. Construction. Yes. Water business. Yes. Yes.
Cream.
Yes. What else? Umbrella. Powerful. What else? Think. Don't worry about it. Just
I see consulting.
Something. What?
Consulting.
Development consulting. Yes. What else? What? Pharmacy. It's there. It's right there.
I see
Betty, can't you see anything? This person needs everything in the world, from everything to everything. The person needs prayer. You must see it. Counseling, deliverance, yes. Catering. I was expecting you to say catering because you have a catering business. The person is hungry. Chairman, can you see anything there? Listen, renew your mind from seeing the problem to seeing the solution. Put your hand on your head and say, today, my mind is renewed. I am an opportuniac. I see opportunities everywhere. What people don't see, I will see. What people don't think, I will think. And not only will I think, I will act. Put your hands together for yourself. The reason I and Jeremiah must be part of this part, because Jeremiah says genuinely he sees the solution, but can this person even pay? I don't even want to address it from the high level. So, but let me just tell you that the biggest opportunities of my life have come from offering solutions to people who can't afford it, and somebody else with money saying, why is this person so selflessly helping the poor and the vulnerable, and we are still here with so much money? Let's give him some. It's credible. That's how come we've had some sponsors for as many as 15 years giving us money, because without asking them, you went helping the poor and say, but the poor people need help. I don't have money, but the little I have, let me help them. While I'm helping them, somebody is saying, Charlie, why are we sitting down? But the bridge between the helping and the how will come later, because they didn't bring the money by themselves. I went to them with a proposal, established my credibility, showed them pictures, showed them impact, and they said, we like this. And that's what we will treat when we come to how to sell yourself and create a new stream. Are you learning something so far? Excellent. Betty, are you learning something? Powerful. Catering. They need catering. The biggest objections when you talk about new income streams, most people will start with, if I had heard this 20 years ago. If only I had heard this when I was a teenager. anytime I speak in a place about things like this, people talk about regret. I wish I had heard this when I was younger. But you've heard it. Some don't hear it till they die. So the first objection, the first excuse, the first limitation, if only I had heard this earlier. Second one, I work for someone. I'm an employee. Third one, my salary is not enough. My salary is not enough. You talk about investment, you talk about anything. Hey, my salary, you can't even feed me. Number 4, I don't have time and I don't have a talent. I don't have time, I don't have a talent. Number 5, I'm not very highly educated. And the 6th one is the name of my next door neighbor. When I got married 31 years ago, I had a next door neighbor who was called It Can't Be Done. It can't be done. That was his nickname. Recently I met him. When he saw me, he said, it can be done. Before I called him, it can't be done, he told me it can be done. Very powerful. Nice guy. It can be done. So for many people, when they hear something that is unfamiliar, the first reaction, it can't be done. Even if they agree it can be done, they think others can do it, but they cannot do it. So having laid these important foundations about it being scriptural, it being feasible, the objections we create, and what we are trying to navigate, let me now move on to the streams of income. The income streams. And everyone here will find at least 2 streams. If not, we will lock the door and bar you from going home. You can't spend your whole morning and not see a stream. So tell somebody, I'll see a stream. By all means. Before I share the particular streams I have in mind today, let me give you a concept that is very critical. And that is the concept of active income and passive income. Active income and passive income. When I say active income, it means that you are either an employee or an employer. You work somewhere, you go to work every day. That is active income. You go to work in the morning, close in the evening, you are engaged in active income. And almost all of us here are actively employed. You either own the business or you work for the owner of the business. The thing about active income is that once you stop working, the money stops coming. In active income, once you don't go to work, you can't earn money. I hope you understand. Yeah, you have to go to work. So you stop working, you stop earning. Passive income is where you are an investor or you own a venture. And the difference about passive income is that your presence is not always needed. If you do an Airbnb, it is yours. The income is yours, but you don't need to be at the house yourself every time. It's called passive income. I won't try and explain this to you. So some of the features of active income: you work to earn the income, you need to get involved, your schedule is built around it, it has less risk and also less reward. I mean, apart from outlier situations, you go to work very sure that at the end of the month they'll pay you. It's not risky. It also, you will not suddenly go to work and your salary is 5 times. It's not normal. It's not normal. You are not required to invest anything apart from your physical presence and your effort, your brain, your contribution. The income is steady. Now on passive income, the money works to give you a return. You buy a car for Uber, it works to give you a return. You build a house for Airbnb, it works to give you a return. You need not get involved very actively on a day-by-day basis. It's not a scheduled task. The risks tend to be higher, and the rewards also tend to be higher. But it requires investment, and it brings cash flow, not just a salary. Please, can you relate? I want to lay that foundation because some of the ideas I will share are about passive income. In fact, our breakout session today will be about passive income. And I'm doing that because for many of you, what you need now is at least one more passive income channel or source to sort you out. Because the calculation, no matter what you do, the rent and the transport alone has defeated the salary. Meanwhile, there is food. Reality, where you live and how much rent you pay consumes 60% of your salary. Then transport takes the remaining 30%. You haven't eaten, and that's for education. You haven't even started the conversation. So you need cash. Tell somebody I need cash. Oh, the way you're saying it, I know you don't need it, but at least pretend you need cash. So once I start rolling out the 8 groups of income that I would like us to engage with, decide whether they fall under active or passive. Is it a side hustle, something you are doing small on the side? Find somewhere to put it. And you will find that everyone should at least be able to have one additional or maybe even 2 additional income sources. All right, so let's start. Apart from your main work you are doing, this income source is compulsory. Number 1 is compulsory. And that is to start a monthly investment. So I wrote today, start a monthly investment today. I'm conscious that recent developments in the financial services have reduced the confidence of people in investment, but all over the world, it's a fact that the simplest way to put money away is to save it. And the more profitable approach is not just to save it, but to invest it so that it earns you more income than a savings, or what Pastor Matthew calls a savings account. I can point to several people who built their houses from their savings which they invested. And the biggest barrier to savings is the notion that you don't have enough money. But the principle behind investment is that you will never have enough money to do the things you want to do. So little by little, put aside a little, put aside a little. It may look like nothing, but when you look back at how much it has become, you will pleasantly be surprised. And it works all over the world. So for everyone, just look at the last time you got a salary increase. Before the salary increase came, you said the money was not enough. And yet you were surviving somehow. The salary increment came and you still didn't start saving and investing. You consumed all and you still say it is not enough. Which means that it's possible that your next salary increase too will not be enough. And yet you managed to live on a smaller amount earlier on. So it's not about the amount, it's about how important investment is to you. So for financial experts, they will always tell you, work with a 10-10-30-10-10-10-70 principle. Financial experts say, listen, no matter who you are, 10% of your income must go to God. 10% to yourself as an investment. No matter what, save 10% of your income. If you earn 300 cedis and you change it to 270 by your savings, it will still not be enough, but at least you are guaranteeing that in future you'll be better than you are today. That's all. So your 10% to God, your 10% to yourself, because when you invest, you are giving the money to yourself. And 10% for unforeseen situations. And then the remaining 70 is what you spend. Anyone who spends all their money would always be broke. I once set up a compulsory investment for all my staff. We had 50 staff. That was about, hey, you are growing. Quite a while ago. I won't tell you how many years ago. But all our staff were required by company policy to invest an amount of their income. And we brought a trusted provider to support them to do it. And 3 years later, they asked for their statements. And I was watching, because by virtue of the fact that it was being deducted from accounts, I knew who was doing well in terms of how much they were putting away and who was doing less. And I was just watching some manager who had made some small money from the statement, and a junior of his who had invested about 3 times what the manager had invested, even though his income was far less, and had made so much. When the statements came, the statements did not reflect the position at all. It reflected the effort. So number one is what? Talk to me. Number one is what? Is this active or passive? Passive. You don't have to go to the investment house and say, hey, I'm coming to spend 2 hours to work with the money. So the money, no. It's passive. You can go about your schedule normal, and the money is working for you. So this one, I call it compulsory, because you just can't make yourself so vulnerable by not saving. In fact, some people describe financial independence as being in a situation where if something happened, earthquake, anything, disruption, your industry closed down, for 6 months, can you survive based on your current expenses? If not, you are not financially independent. And this is not meant to make anyone miserable. It's just to say that the reality of life is that sometimes disruptions can happen. So you must have 6 months buffer saved or invested somewhere. If you don't, it's a serious conversation you must have with yourself. Number 2, and as I share them, please note which one you are going to act on, because we are not doing this to fulfill an obligation. We are doing this for immediate action. Tell somebody, action now. Okay, number 2 is commercialize a talent you have. Commercialize a talent you have. Commercialize a talent you have. One of the easiest ways to create a new income stream is to do something with an ability you have. I am a communicator. I am a pastor. My greatest talent in life is my communication. I get paid for it. In other things I do. As a communicator, when I write a book and somebody buys the book, I get paid. When I speak and I get paid for using the same mouth that people use to argue to earn income. That is my talent. I'm not good at fashion. So I may not earn income from fashion, but I know what I'm good at. So I've showed a picture of DWP, and I was listening to one of them talk about the fact that he was trained as a nurse and then took on an online challenge all over the world. And the person danced on TikTok or whatever platform and was selected as one of the winners. And the rest is history. Today you go to TikTok and they have millions of followers. It's literally millions. You take them anywhere and it's chaos. They are more popular than presidents. I'm telling you. So to commercialize a talent that God has given you, you need to first identify the talent, and we'll do a whole show or a whole session on that sometime later. But number 1, identify the talent. Somebody say identify the talent. Number 2, deliver exceptional value. That's where many of us don't get it. You can't do a boja job with your talent and say people should pay for it. Why is it by force? If you are delivering decor, it must be exceptional. Whatever you do, art, music, anything that you do with your talent, it must be exceptional. If you are cooking, it must be world class. So identify a talent, deliver exceptional value. The third one is the turning point. That is, create a business model. What do I mean? Franklin, several people, maybe you are in church, you are in the housekeeping department, you come and arrange the place, and people say, wow, who did this floral arrangement? You say, oh, me. Oh, I'm having a wedding next week. Oh, come and help me. Then you come and help them. The next person says, which my wedding is next month. They come and help them. It's nice to help people, but frankly, you are broke. You need money. You know how to do flowers. You tell them, you know what? Buy all the flowers. I will arrange it for you. Instead of charging you the professional fee, give me something that is in between the professional fee and the free, and start from there. By the time you get 12 people who have done their weddings and you did it, and you can have an album. Now, young people, you don't need an album. Your phone is a digital album. You send the person a PDF. You say, client number 1 is a legal practitioner marrying a banker. Client number 2, a pastor marrying Charlie. Then you just create a Charlie. Then you send it. When they see the PDF, they say, Charlie, it's a very powerful person. You don't have an office. You don't have anything. All you have is experiences. Doing things for people in one church. But you've created an album, a digital album. And the client will be willing to listen to you. And now you can start talking fees. But it starts from somewhere. So, somebody asked an audience one day if Mandela, in the days when Mandela was alive, requested that you sew a shirt, my brother, sew a shirt for them, how much will you charge? The person said, me. Listen, he should just write me a note saying, thank you for that beautiful shirt. I don't need Mandela's money. $300. How much? How long will I take to spend $300? The endorsement of Mandela that I sewed the shirt for him can sell me 10,000 shirts. But that's the point I'm making. That when you are selling a talent, you must create your own business model. I don't have an office. Just buy the things I'll come and do for you. Or I'm on Instagram. I have samples there. You see it, you like it, you call me, I'll deliver to your doorstep. Let me give you an example. And I don't want to rush through this because I want you to understand what I'm saying. One of our biggest service providers in cleaning in this country 30 years ago was a helper in church, helping to set up, helping to support, and people say, oh Charlie, you're helping, nice guy, give you some 5 CDs here. But the guy was very diligent, very hardworking. Charlie, one day the guy woke up and said, you know what, enough is enough of getting people's nice benevolence. What can you do in a talent show? What can you do? I can clean, that's all I know. And everyone in church trusts him. So first person says, you know what, come to my home on Monday. So Monday he goes, cleans, washes. Monday afternoon, irons. By evening, he's left. You've paid him for one day. Tuesday he's in Betty's house, done the same thing. Wednesday, is that not a good start? By the end of the week, he's earning more money than he was earning from give me 5 CDs, give me no, and it's more dignified and fulfilling. But there's a problem. Who can see the problem? Who can see the problem? Come on, think like business people. Yes. 7 days in a week. By the time the 8th of Sunday to come to church. So his business model is a 6 customer business model. By the time he gets the 7th customer, he's confused. And it happened. because people were testifying about his work, but he couldn't add on. So one day he goes to the busiest of the clients and says, Auntie Maureen, when I come to your house, I see that you don't go anywhere because you have to be there for me, open this place. No. Let me not waste your time. Just give me the things and I will take them to my house and bring them to you the next day or the day after. Nicely laundered. And she says, why not? So from a 6 customer model, now he can collect everybody's clothes, take it to his house, still no machines, nothing, wash them and deliver them. Then he began to get dry cleaning. Dry cleaning, you can't put a jacket in the water or the jacket will become like this. So you see, the model, I'm now talking about scaling and growing. The first model is failing now. So you are scaling and growing. So he goes back to the number of dry cleaning requests are growing. The number of specialized laundering requests are growing. So he goes to somebody who has an established laundry and says to them, listen, you have the machines, I have the clients. You are laughing. You have the machine, I have the clients, and you need me too, I need you. So let's work out a deal. I bring my business to you and you give me 60% discount. They say, huh? 60%. You won't even get. They say, listen, the next laundry will take the business and I'll give it to them. He negotiated hard. He says, listen, what do you lose? Your regular business is there. You get a regular flow. In the end, he convinced the laundry to give him the 60% discount. So the thing that costs 10 cedis, he comes and gets it at 4 cedis. But he's bringing a regular flow. He knows where to go. You, the laundry, you are there. He goes to the people's homes and picks the things himself. Because they trust him, he can even enter the wardrobe and he's picking the things. And the laundry gives it to him at 4 cedis. They charge 10 cedis when you come there. This guy gets it at 4 cedis. He delivers it to your doorstep and charges you 9 cedis. You say 1, it's cheaper. 2, same quality. 3, it's at my doorstep. Guess what? If you were an individual and you don't know where he does his work and you experience the laundry and you experience my friend, who will you give your business to? My friend. Convenience, lower price, exceptional value with a smile on his face, it is working. So identify your talent, deliver exceptional value, create a business model, but most importantly, scale and grow. This is stream number 2. Can we relate? I hope you're identifying yours so far. Number 3 is to commoditize your experiences and your wisdom. What shall it profit a woman or a man? You've gone to Vietnam, you have gone to Congo, you have gone to Bombay, you have gone to Iraq. These are experiences. Then you say, I am a consultant on how to survive in war-torn countries. It's experiences. And the older you get, the more this becomes viable. So all the streams that involve consultancy, you say, I can guide you to do this well. Training, speaking, coaching, research, proposal writing, educating people on how to do things. It thrives on commoditizing or selling an experience. I've worked with the top 5 companies in this space, and therefore I can guide you on how to do it. This is one model that if you've gotten some experience, you can go into with a lot of starting equity. Let me take proposal writing, and for everything I do, I'll come to one of the streams and explain why it's connected to all these things, like proposal writing. There are people who want to write a proposal for either funding, partnership, sponsorship, whatever. They have the idea, but the language, the style, the presentation, you like this, you can do that. Easy. So think about what suits your experiences, what suits your person, and explore it further. Number 4. Publish your works. Publish your works. So, books, films, music, art, media articles, biography. Publish something. And today, new media has made it possible to do that effortlessly. I'm going to come to that very shortly. But publish your works. Something you have generated, publish it in a way that will bring you some income. And very often, what happens is that the person wants to go big time. Harvard Business Review. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. In my experience, it starts very often by writing for your church newsletter for free. Then you make your mistakes. You learn how to create a curriculum to do it constantly every week without fail. The editor wants it by Tuesday, and you are meeting the deadline. You learn how to meet a deadline, how to create content, how to be consistent, how to create variety. It starts with a church newsletter or old school newsletter, but I prefer church for obvious reasons. But something that you are doing for free with people that you are in a community with. You do it once, twice, thrice. Then you build capacity. Then somebody in church who is with a newspaper house says, you write so well about issues that the public is interested in. You say, I have 16 articles I've written. You bring the file and it's there. The person says, wow. You know what? Let's put one in and let's see. Or let me take you outside church. Social media. You are writing. And people are reading it. Your followership is growing. Then you port to a paid platform. Or people start paying you to write things for them. And the rest is history. Or one day, you wake up and compile. Cyril, you compile. And the funny thing about writing is that you can write in a free space. And after 5 years, decide that you are compiling all that you have written, and people will pay. It's one of the miracles of life. One of our books, 1001 Tips for an Outstanding Life, it was a compilation of things we had posted free in different platforms. We curated them and put them in an SMS platform. People were paying 15 pesos per day, and they were happy to pay. After 10 years, compiled them and then put them in a book. People were happy to pay. The same knowledge. 4 different uses. Today we are serializing it in church for free. People are reading it. And we are serializing it on social media. People are reading. Guess what? 3 years later, we'll compile it in another form again and people will pay again. And it's free. It is so real. Understand human behavior and it will surprise you that what you think is free elsewhere people will pay for it. And there's nothing wrong with it. You are just using the thing God gave you. Everybody has something, and may God help you to find yours. What's number 1? Start a monthly investment today. Number 2, commercialize the talent you have. Number 3, commoditize your experience and your wisdom. Number 4, publish your works. Who can guess number 5? Who can guess? By now you should be seeing what is coming next. Who can guess number 5? Commercialize your personal brand commercialize your personal brand or your image. What is now being called influencers is not new. It's been there for years. It's now been formalized. When social media started becoming very popular, people come and say, listen, your page is very popular. We want to post on your page and pay you. What are they saying? You have a brand. Or when Azuma Nelson says, buy Dulux paint, acrylic paint. He himself may not even know anything about paint, but he may be the brand ambassador for that paint. Do you understand? So if Amos wants to build a boxing gym, but Amos knows nothing about boxing, Amos can go to Azuma and say, Azuma, put your name on the gym and call it Zoom Zoom Gym. Let's do it together. Take 30%, I take 70%. I'll finance everything. Just put your name on it. You are commercializing your image. So when you build capacity in anything, you can sell that, or you can leverage that in a partnership and make money. So when people endorse products or become influencers, what they really are selling is their image, their personal brand, and their experiences. Are you learning something? Awesome. Number 6. This one is another very key one that everyone here must aim at in some way, shape, or form. Invest in real estate. Invest in real estate. Some time ago, when we say invest in real estate, it means build a house. But once again, different models have come up for owning a part or all of real estate. All I would say is understand the different models and then also understand the season. For instance, around the year 2005, 6, 7 thereabouts, interest rates were so low, around 8%, and mortgage houses were calling you. So Frank, you are there, and then they will call you. They say, listen, we have a mortgage for you. You can own your own house. And when they call the interest, you're like, this one, it's not bad though. So I know friends who went into the rental of mortgaged houses. So the person will just find a deposit and go and buy the house on mortgage and then rent it out and make more money from the mortgage rental than the mortgage is paying. So the rent money is being used to pay the mortgage. By the time the mortgage period is over, the house is totally his or hers. In the first place, you were living somewhere already. You've seen a business opportunity to own a house. So it's a business. And some, as I speak today, some that you know and I know, own several houses. Easy. I'm not saying go and do it because once I say it and you go and the interest rate has spiked, you say, also you lied. I'm saying understand the model. One model came from Dubai, very popular. Now other countries are also doing it. The model in Dubai says, don't waste, in fact there's a company in Ghana that also does it. Don't waste your time managing the, no, don't get involved. Passive income. Buy the house and we keep the house, we rent it. No, not one. Several companies in Ghana are doing it now. If you have capital somewhere, you buy the house and you don't move in at all. They have it and they rent it for you constant. They manage it and everything. And it's very transparent. You know how much comes in. Whoever comes in, you can see on your phone and it's cool. That's another model. They even can tell you that every 3 months or whatever period, you can come and stay in it for some weekend and go away as part of the ownership package just to fuel your money. You can buy a small place, use it for Airbnb, and still live where you were living and continue your life. Passive income, continuous. Whatever model you go for. These days, people are building apartments. Some people have land. Instead of building a house that you have 7 rooms you don't need, they will build a cute one they live in and build 2 more apartments on the same land. Those 2 apartments, they rent it out. That pays for the house they built and the cost of the land, and it's there for them as royalty income, passive income. The one who built the 7 bedrooms will use 2 of them once a year. The one who rented them out, if they get a guest, they'll either put them in one of the rental places or go and put them in a hotel, and they don't mind because the income is coming. That's why experts say your first house, don't build a big house. Just food for thought. So invest in real estate and explore different models. When we go into the breakout, we'll be discussing these models, so take note of them. Number 7, retail something. Retail something. Sell something. Sell something. I once went to do this seminar in Legon, and one of my mentees, who is now a very prominent banker, I'm not surprised he's done so well in his career. He's a banker and a minister. But when we taught this model, he was one of our volunteers, and of all the things he could sell, he was selling sanitary towels to the female halls. Male, selling menstrual pads in female halls. He says his research showed that it's something that people need and they won't bother to go and buy, and yet they need it. And he made good money retailing sanitary towels in female halls. You see, you'll be shy, but he is not shy. He made money from it. So much money that eventually, now he got agents. He has hall rep, like floor rep. You are the retailer. He will go and bring the thing from the wholesale. One day I was having this conversation with a good friend of ours, the founder of Kama. He was here recently, and we're having this conversation on radio, live radio. And he said, listen, that is why the poor will remain poor and the rich will remain richer, because rich people, they are not shy. When they see money, they go after it. Poor people, my classmate will see me selling this thing and they will think I'm suffering. Poor people are concerned about how others will feel or think. Rich people, they don't care. You know what? That day, by the time we finished the show on Joy FM, there were people outside waiting for him. Who is that who is saying that poor people will remain poorer? He was not in the least moved. That guy is very bold though. He wasn't moved though. He says, Albert, let me demonstrate what I was telling you in the room a few minutes ago. There were people outside though. He was driving a brand new white 4-wheel drive. He says, he opened the boot and the boot was full of bread. He says, he came from Koforidua. At that time, they had released beef Foster bread. He says, this bread, it is rich in nutrients. Rich. Look, I said, this man doesn't know anything about bread. He said, I'm a pharmacist. He explained the bread, the etymology, the everything of the bread, the scientific composition of the bread. By the time he finished there, all the people who came to face him had bought the bread. Then he showed me the money. He said, the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. I clap for him. Too much. Rich people, they don't worry crowd. They can wear they can use an old mobile phone and make money. And you are thinking of the one you buy that you impress your friends. When you say you don't have capital, stop to think. Consumables you are spending on, you may be spending more than the capital you are looking for. So think of a franchise, think of importing something, think of producing something, think of distributing something, think of merchandising. He said, we'll be doing day-born chapels in December. I have a friend who goes to China. Charlie, can I get a contract to supply all the colors for all the day-born chapels? Bring a nice proposal with samples. Ellie, listen, you will sweep the market. Simple. I just want some mental agility and boldness. Don't sit down and die broke. Think hard. Frank, do you understand? Are you happy that you came? Yeah, the Lord bless you. Sell something. Number 8. And I'll end with this one and then go to the critical success factors. For everything I told you, all the 1 to 7 things I told you, social media, the digital space, and technology has changed the way they are done. So all of a sudden, even writing books, when we started writing our books, you have to print the copies, you have to go to a place, launch them, sell them, do retail one by one. Today you can print the book, you can publish the book and put it online. Print on demand. If somebody in Australia wants 1 copy and they go to Amazon and they say 1 copy, they will print the 1 copy and deliver it to them. You get your money. Passive income. You are still at work wherever you work, but you are earning income. It's spoiling Jeremiah's business. But it is the reality. Today, you can sit in Ghana and have clients in Norway, Sweden, Denmark. You are editing for them, you are designing for them, because your clientele need not only be in the country in which you operate. Somebody said to me this week, virtual work is spoiling our young people. I said, spoiling them? It's giving them options. Which one do you want? That they leave the country and go, or they stay here and work in the company abroad? Let them stay here and work in the company abroad. At least the money comes here. Virtual work is real. Online design is real. Online editing is real. Print on demand is real. Some time ago, you have to release 16, 14, 12 songs in an album. Today, you release 1 song. Just 1. They say it will hit your thing on Friday, next 2 weeks Friday at 12 noon. That's all. When they release a song, they put it on Spotify, they put it on all these channels, and they monetize it. Simple. So for everything we are discussing, think of the digital model, think of the online model, think of the virtual model, and you'll find something. I may not have exhausted all the streams of income, but that was never my objective. My objective was to inspire you about the fact that the Bible makes provision for discussing financial independence. And the Bible also talks about 1 river that broke out into 4 streams. I have been trying to inspire you about the fact that there are certain mindsets that fight creating new income. And very often, you find yourself doing one without realizing it. I've also spoken to you about active and passive income and the fact that you will need both. And I've shared 8 different streams of income. Let me end with what I call the enablers, the critical success factors, after which we'll break out into groups and spend a few minutes talking about how do we start now, because one of the things we've been accused of sometimes is talking big and doing nothing. So today we want to talk about now. What do you do first? What do you do second? And what do you do third? So what are the critical success factors? Number 1 is a strategy. Strategy. Everybody say strategy. Please say strategy. No, all this that you are saying is meaningless if you don't have a strategy. So you may decide that of all the streams, I am taking only 1 for the first 2 years. That's my strategy. In 2 years' time, I would have finished this course and then I'll add 4. That's all. That is your strategy. Don't let the word strategy make you think that you need some very complex 56-page document. Strategy is just simply your approach to actioning what you are learning. A strategy can simply mean that you will do, for starters, standing order and tell the bank every 27th, go to my account and take out 100 cedis and put it in this treasury bill. That's your first strategy. Number 2, I will do that. That's strategy. So don't get confused about the big word called strategy. It's simply your action plan, drawn up in a logical way that you can follow with timelines and deliverables. The second critical success factor is time management. If you want to create multiple streams, you need to give up some time. That means that don't be the kind of person that when the week ends, you don't even know where the time went. Especially when you are working full time and you want to create an income stream. Your extracurricular activities must be built wisely. Some things that are unprofitable or for a season, you have to put some things aside, especially in the area of entertainment and leisure activities. So the first one is a diversification strategy. The second one is time management. The third one is risk management. Risk management. By that, I'm simply saying, don't be the kind of person that you can climb to ladder number 7 in life and an untried idea, then you put your life savings in it and you say, Pastor, I thought Pastor said, please, I didn't say. When it works, come and give your testimony, I'll clap. If it doesn't work, don't blame me. But on a more serious note, please own your life, own your ideas, own your actions, and take responsibility. And one key thing I would like to stress very strongly is to manage time. The same time that you say you don't have, some people are using the same time to do so many things. You ask them, how do you manage it? Because they plan. So diversification strategy is number 1, time management number 2, risk management number 3. Number 4 is very special. Understand the base of the pyramid. Oh, I love China. Understand the base of the pyramid. Most people are thinking of that rich person who will give you $10,000 for a product, and you spend all your life dreaming about it, and once in a while you find one, but you don't find them. Very few people think of the 100,000 poor people who will give you 1 peswa each. Very few people. The poor have the numbers and they have the needs. So while you are thinking of big things, also think of something that is needed at the base of the pyramid. It may earn you just 1 peswa, 2 peswas, but you'll be surprised. Years ago, when we started our SMS service, it was a very simple idea, but it built 30,000 subscribers. When you create a solution that people need in their numbers and you get 1 peswa for it, don't give up on it. Don't always look for that 10,000 CD thing. So understand the base of the pyramid. The 5th critical success factor is relational equity. Be a people person. Build networks. Collaborate with people. Don't be a lone ranger. You have no friend. You are not nice to people. When you see people as if they are disturbing you, no, you can't make money like that. You must be nice. Very, very nice. If you want to make money, you must be nice to people. Because you will find out the hard way in life that, Charlie, the things you can write 10 proposals for, somebody can send a text message and to be done for them because they have relationships. And relationship is not anytime you see the person, hey, I need this, what can you do for me? That's not how you build relationship. That is very parasitic. Relationship is connections, building community, building connections. Charlie, maintain them all. Build and maintain relationships. When you come to church, greet. Be nice to people. When you come to a meeting like this, don't sit by only the person you came with and talk to them alone and stand up and walk out. No, you don't do that. In fact, everybody stand up and go and sit next to somebody you don't know right now. No. I'll pause the meeting. Go and sit by somebody you don't know and say hi. And I can do a social experiment If I gave you 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, if I pause this recording and gave you 5 minutes, some of you will come back with a business idea. Something that, so let me do the most unconventional thing I can think about and pause this recording. After all, it's a workshop, it's not a speech. So 5 minutes, 5 minutes, make one friend, just one. One friend, somebody you don't know. Sit by that person. Don't rush. Yes, attention, everybody stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Stop the hit and run. Stop the hit and run. Sit with one person. One person. This one thing I do. One person. That you don't know. Do you know everyone? Sit with one person you don't know. Ask them what they do. Ask them where they live. Ask them what they've tried. Ask them their income stream. Hey, some people are struggling to find one person. Yes. The young people are the best. If you find a young person, you are in good company. Talk to the person, find out what they do. Ask them to explain the business. There is no exception. The two of you talk. Why do some people excuse themselves when they are doing an exercise? Do you have somebody? Do you have somebody? Do you have somebody? Have you found a partner? And you finished? No, go back. Until I say stop, don't stop. Edward, who's your partner? Who doesn't have a partner? Charlie, somebody find a partner there. And who is in that room? Who's in the corner there? Mr. Degajo. Eric, young man, who's your partner? Gideon, this is your partner. Or somebody, this is your partner. What do you do? How does it work? What do you think about income streams? Five minutes more. Now you don't want to stop. Some people are saying, give me one last minute. Hey, you won't stop. Thank you very much. Clap for yourselves. Did you exchange numbers? I came in too early, but I gave you 5 minutes and I ended up making it 8 minutes. Okay, so exchange numbers now. Exchange numbers now. I will not prophesy, I will not do anything. I can predict that some very interesting outcomes will emerge from this very brief interaction. How many want 2 more minutes? Yeah, okay. 2 more minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Round of applause. A round of applause. A round of applause. How did it go? It's ongoing. No, it can go on during the break. Please, how did it go? Was it helpful? How many minutes do we need? Basically 5 minutes. Can I suggest that if every Sunday you spend 5 quality minutes with one person, you can grow your network by 52 people a year from church alone. Make no mistake, networking is not a myth. It's just the discipline of saying people matter. Whether you are a barber, think of a barber who doesn't make friends. Whose hair will look at? My barber can tell you stories. Hey, football, politics. Just for that one alone, even if he doesn't cut the hair well, you let him cut it. Because by the time you finish, he has told the stories. You need it. You need it. No matter what you do. Consultant, barber, retailer, anything you do, you need people. So back to our conversation. If you just joined us, this is Boys to Men coming to you live from the New Wine Temple of the International Central Gospel Church. And we are having a conversation about how to create multiple streams of income. And we are rounding up with the enablers or critical success factors. Number one, have a diversification strategy. Number 2, time management. Number 3, risk management. Number 4, understand the base of the pyramid. Think of something that is a mass consumption item. Number 5, relational equity and collaboration. Work with people, work well with people, connect with people, make friends. Number 6, passion and commitment. Passion and commitment. It's very difficult to make money from something you don't feel strongly about, because there will be pushback. And you must convince people. To do that, you need passion, you need commitment. Think about the people that you give your opportunities to, your money to, your business to, and you will realize that many of them, the key thing is that commitment. Lights went off, but this person still found a way to deliver the cake or the wedding dress or whatever they promised on time. Passion and commitment. Number 8, or number 7, sorry. Give us number 7. Continuous learning. Continuous learning. continuous learning, there would always be something new that comes up. And you must have the flexibility to be able to respond. Today, the big conversation this week is about AI and whether it's for lazy people or it's an enabler. And I'm even surprised the conversation is going on. Because when Google came, they said the same thing until everybody was using Google. Believe me, this presentation was first prepared in 2016. And yet, I was talking to different AI sources to say, what is new? Because some of the things have been changed. So I need to talk to AI. And there's no shame at all. But if there's nothing in your head, you can have all the AI platforms. You don't even know which question to ask. I asked AI about 7 different questions. In the end, I got some 3 points to add to what I had already, because what I was talking about, it did not exist 10 years ago. So I need AI. Oh, no shame at all. The big argument is about whether it is even ethical. I say, When I went to Form 1, using calculators was illegal. Calculator. Let's talk. Continuous learning. Always learn and be flexible and agile. Listen, Sednam, if you are a baker and somebody came to you and said they want chocolate cake, 10 pounds. Somebody else says they want, what's your favorite cake? Banana cake, 10 pounds. Somebody say they want croissant. And they want different things. You have only 2 machines. They want 7 different things. And all of them want good quantities. Very soon, your capacity will be exhausted. But you know what? A machine can be in the world today that you can go and program it and say, I need 10 different cakes. Chocolate cake, soft and distant, 10 pounds. Banana cake, 10 pounds. Strawberry cake, 10 pounds. This one, 2 pounds. This one, this in pounds. What ingredients should I put? It will tell you, put 1 sack of flour, put 10 this thing of margarine, put this thing of sugar, and then you press a button and you cross your leg. After 20 minutes, you put different containers there and it's dropping. Cake 1, cake 2, cake 3, cake 4. It's dropping them in the containers. How do you say, when we went to proper catering school, not these machine things, you can't compete. So be flexible. Learn new ways on which things are being done. Ministry when we were younger was different. No church was doing these things. No. Just preach the gospel. Sinners, they'll die. But now, you can't do that anymore. If you do that and you don't do this, nobody will come to your church, because the people must live. You must help them. Please, is somebody learning? So be flexible, be adaptable, learn new things. The next critical success factor, number 8, is strong online presence. A lot of what is happening is in the digital space, so you must build capacity online. And one of the interviews I'll be airing very shortly about digital marketing suggests that most people go for the hard sell. I'm doing a conference. Jeremiah, I'm doing a program on multiple streams of income. I'll remind you after you come. They say it's not working. No, it doesn't work. So go online and write how many people earn enough from your salary and create a conversation. Don't sell your program. Create a conversation. They say, hey, argument. You saw the one I put on this week. It is for a Twitter space conversation next week, Thursday. But over 150 people are arguing online about whether AI is helping. By the time I show them that there's a program happening, all of them will be there. Do you get me? So let's not do a hard sell. Let's build community, conversations, engagements, bring people together around themes, ideas, concepts. You will milk it. So create online presence. Be there. Once in a while, you go and go. Once I asked my friend, are you online every day? He said, me. No. When I work for this number of hours, I have 5 minutes. So that 5 minutes, I go there and I go and post something that will start a conversation, and I disappear. Go back to work. After I work hard, and I come back 5 minutes again, and I come and see what they are saying. I say, are you sure? Then I come and argue some more. Then I go back. You will see him there every time. You will think he's there. He's not there. He's working. So when you say online presence, please don't go and spend all your time chatting on social media and say, Pastor said it. It's not that way. So, strong online presence, in my personal opinion, is knowing your audience, who you are targeting, and knowing what you are good at, what you are known for, and then building community. That's my whole understanding. Number 9, resilience. Resilience. People who give up easily should not make money. People who give up easily should not make money. Not that they will not, they should not. In life, it is not like that. You must be tough. You must learn how to take a blow on the chin and smile and say, tomorrow I'll get you. Yeah, because disappointment is real. In life, disappointment is very real. Vulnerability is real. You can be broke. Yeah, you can climb high and then come down again. It's real. Setbacks are real. Let's not pretend. Toiling all night and getting nothing is real. Peter said it in Luke chapter 5. It's real. But you must build resilience. Tough skin, stickability, bounce back ability. Don't give up easily. Knock, ask and they don't mind you. Seek and they don't mind you. Knock and if they don't mind you, kick the door. It's real. It's real. Bartimaeus shouted till Jesus stopped. Resilience. Last one. My favorite in all the slides. All the 21 slides, this is my favorite. Last one. I have 3 seconds. Immediate action. Immediate action. Immediate action. What shall it profit a man, a woman, a person, if you hear all this and next year by this time you're saying, it was a very nice seminar. I don't want a nice seminar. Please. I want to hear a testimony that you did something and you've made more money to the glory of God in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. Please give me my next slide that says thank you. Yeah, thank you. Tell somebody thank you. Tell the person thank you for coming and for sitting by me. Awesome, awesome. Are you blessed? Have you learned something? Okay. I would have done a question time, but I have a better idea. I saw how you interacted and you enjoyed the interaction, and I want to facilitate another interaction. So give me the next slide. I would like us to go into 4 breakout sessions. And the question is very simple. How to move from earning only active income, your salary, to earning both active and passive income. So create your own scenario. An imaginary person called Fred Ajua Kwame, 35-year-old banker. He's also an artist and he likes organizing things. Fred wants to create one new income stream every year. But he wants to start with 2025 because a year from now it will be 2025. What should Fred do? How does he start? But this is just imaginary. Create your own person and your own background. Create your own question and answer it. Maureen, Group 1, you are the coordinator of Group 1. Amos, Group 2. Francis Kwe, Group 3. Who volunteer for Group 4? Ishra, Group 4. Okay. Group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just take your chairs and create a group right now. Simple. No, don't count the group leaders. I've counted them already. Don't pretend you didn't hear the number. 4. You are 4. Hey, did you count them? Did you give the numbers? Buckle my shoe. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Everyone must join. Please, Group 1, take a chair and go to my left. We will close the groups right where you are with the benediction. So don't worry about the chair arrangement. Just scatter it. Group 2. Are we using the? Okay, one group can take the middle here. Group 2 can go to the corner. One group can come here right now. Group leaders, are you waiting for me to create space for you? That's not entrepreneurial at all. Find space yourself for your group. Some can be here, some can be in the music corner. One group can be here, one group can be here in the music corner. Three here. Group 4 in the corner there. You have 30 minutes for this. Exactly 30 minutes. It ends at 9:45.